What I have here is an overview of some lots I've been making, about 2 anthology boxes worth of cards. I have lots of extra cards here, and I wanted to make a lot that I thought people might enjoy, especially maybe people who are trying to get back in the game. So the idea was to take all the commons and uncommons I have first, and not put any more than 5 of any one card in here. So a good mix of cards from all the sets. Lots of commons and uncommons here. The rares will come later, but yeah, all sorts of cards. There's Corellian Corvettes in there, and Luke's back, Leia's back, stuff like that. Probably some more Corvettes in here, but just wanted to give an overview of what to expect. I didn't want to put any more than 5 of any one card in, because it kind of stinks to buy a lot of cards and then get, 17 copies of, I don't know, Timer Mine or whatever, when you can't ever really use that many. Alright, lots of quad laser cannons, some basic starfighters, and more Corellian Corvettes. So, a lot of Black Border Premier in here, but other sets too. Alright, so some good Cloud City interrupts, a lot of Dagobah, Controls in there, Yoda's Hope. Alright, some nice Hoth cards, and the commons and uncommons. I made 6 of these lots for light side and 6 for dark side, and the commons and uncommons are all the same distribution. So if I didn't have a evenly divisible by 6 number of something, those would just go into the remainder. And if I had more than 5 of anything, those wouldn't go in there either. But some Y-Wing Assault Squadrons. Sorry about the mess. Kind of a slippery box bottom. We'll see if I can hold those up a bit better. Alright. So, into Jabba's Palace now. A lot of those. All sorts of aliens, including some good ones. Lots of sights, interrupts. And lots of special edition too. Good mix there. A lot of those useful common and uncommon interrupts. Wookiees. These guys are fun. Relative Freighter Captains. And back to the Jabba's Palace a little bit with the Signal, Weapon Levitation. And lots of Death Star 2. Characters. A little bit of Endor. I think Endor was the thinnest set I had. But X-Wing cannons. Sandspaders are fun. Got those X-Wings and Y-Wings. Probably one of my favorite looking cards here. And yeah, the dark side lot is similar. So one anthology box full, and I'm almost done with this box. So lots of ships, including Rogue, Red Squadron. Where is it? Red Squadron 4, Blue Squadron 5. A lot of cool looking starfighters and starships and Death Star 2 they made. So probably not full common and uncommon sets. I'm sure there's 1 or 2 uncommons that I didn't have extras of, like, well, I actually didn't look to see if there was one there, but like My Father Before, or not like my, what is that called? Honor of the Jedi. I don't think I had a whole bunch of those. There's Tatooine here, including these really good. Yeah, 5. I must add a ton of copies of those to have 5 extras of each, but all the Jedi's concentration, resilience, and whatnot. Death Star 2 weapons, A-Wing cannons, plus there are plenty of A-Wings in there. It's kind of a cool weapon in terms of maneuvers factored in. Alright, and Coruscant as well. Mostly commons, maybe a couple uncommons in there. Some Gungans, and then Eopies are fun. All sorts of Tatooine sites. Okay, we'll move on to the second box here. And the second box isn't just commons and uncommons. Alright, so here's the second box. And I should point out that when I mean duplicates, I mean there are going to be, you know, white border and black border being different. There may be, when you combine, I don't know, the 4 white border Elders mid-ax with the 4 black border, there's going to be 8, but not including reprints. There's a Dodonna in here. Not including reprints, there's no more than 5 of each card. And some feed, a lot of Gungan-related stuff, weapons, some starships, big boomers. That's a fun card, making your opponent use a force when they don't expect it. Unless you play big boomer 6 times and they start to expect it. All right. He's an amazing pilot on his own, and his starship's in here too, so subtracting 2 from opponent's battle destinies, he can really hold down the fort. So yeah, good basis for a Gungan deck there. And not that much white border Premier, actually. I mean, there's some good cards in here, like Corvettes and whatnot. And similarly, Darkside has a bunch of Star Destroyers, and there's even some Senses and Altars in here. So not just junk commons and uncommons, it's a lot of the good stuff. Altars, a lot of Altars. Then we get to the white border A New Hope, Hoth and Dagobah. There's a decent amount here. Like that card. Got some undercovers for making undercover spies. Rebel Tax. And into the Hoth with some weapons. Snow speeders, a few medium transports. Plenty of the Hoth sites there for making Hoth decks. So lots of good battles you could do on Hoth with these ones. Got your Hoth characters. Wish they made these guys better. Destiny 1, they had 1 to... They're 4-1, they only had one to weapon destiny draws, and weapons weren't that good at the time, but there were a lot of other good characters in that set. Okay. So, I'll hold off on the... Oh, there's only 1 rare there. So, also some Death Star 2 starter deck reprints, so... these ones have a different... These have a 2000 copyright date when all the other cards they look like they're reprinted from were from much earlier, so... Good arrangement of cards in there, though. So, hobby and some weapons. And we got a few white border Dagobah. It was the thinnest of the commons and uncommons I had. Alright, so those commons and uncommons should be the same across all the lots. Where there's some variation, some mixture and randomness involved is in the rares. So you'll see a lot of similarities between these rares and the one you get if you get a lot. But yeah, these are... I kind of just started counting in a revolution. Had 6 piles and just started laying down 1 card in each pile. So a lot of duplicates, but also a lot of singletons. And yeah, these ones could be all over the place. But chances are you're going to see a bunch of the ones that I have 3 or 4 of, you're going to see in all the lots. So Mantalian Sabrup's a good card. You can make some castle runs. And 1 more medium-sized stack of rares is coming. Alright. Got to get those Seekers in there. So some white border. Decent amount of rare ones in there. And then rares from a bunch of other sets. Cloud City. Oh, that's nice. So yeah, the rares are going to be more or less what you see here, with some better cards, some worse cards. It was just kind of a hodgepodge there. Nothing crazy like you know, Luke Skywalker Jedi Knights or anything like that. And then also starting to get into the bonus materials. Some let's see, it was 10 or so light side virtual cards. I think in the dark side ones I had 8. So some just some nice slips. These aren't official cards, so they're official virtual cards, but they aren't official Decipher cards. So and I made sure I had the proper backing. So if it's Timer Mine, I wanted to put the right one in there. So yeah, some useful cards. Some main characters that they made, and I also, in every box, I have 60 plus card sleeves. So this one happens to be Rey. I think the other half of the light side ones are Leia, and then dark side has mostly these Emperor Palpatine sleeves, but I also have some Vader ones and some Stormtrooper ones in there. And then every box is also going to have a booster pack. So I think half of them are Cloud City. Then there's a few Jabba's Palace in there, and then there's, of the 12 boxes I made, 6 light and 6 dark, there's 1 Tatooine, 1 Dagobah, and 1 special edition in there too. So who knows what's going to be in that booster pack. Cloud City had some decent mains you could get. So Cloud City, I'll put that back in later. These are my Reflections 89 booster packs. I have these on eBay, but I'm going to include one of each in here. There's some pretty good cards in these ones. Pretty much one main character, weapon, or starship in each. So a mix of light and dark side cards in here, just like the booster pack. And then in this box, I got some custom AIs. So these are just paper slips. I won't go into details of what all of them are, but yeah, they're paper slips. They just go over the cards as alternate images. And they're really not worth anything monetarily other than the paper they're printed on, but they have a bunch of extras of these, so I thought I'd throw them in as a fun bonus and put a rule book in there too. So that's the basic overview. Dark side looks very similar in terms of a hodgepodge of rares and a good mix of commons and uncommons, no more than 5 of each, but there's some pretty good ones in here. So just a quick look. I want to see how many Star Destroyers are in each. Okay, let's take a look at the White Border Premiere, just to get an idea of what that all entails. Okay. So it looks like 3 Star Destroyers in each one, and a bunch of senses, probably a bunch of altars. Oh, that's just a good looking card. Full scale alert, quite a few altars even. So lots of good commons and uncommons, and a mix of rares, plus some virtual cards in here. And these are a mixture. I got about a few characters, a few red cards, and a sight or a weapon in each one. So looks like there's 7 for the dark side. And same idea for dark side in terms of a starter deck box full of custom AIs. So if that looks interesting to you, I'll post some links in the description, and you can take a look at buying a lot. They're kind of aimed more at people looking who don't have a lot of commons and uncommons, who want to get a head start on some pretty good ones, and also get some bonus, some fun bonus things like repacks that have some good cards, and a booster pack, because it's always fun to open a booster pack with your new purchase. So thanks for watching, and I hope this is of interest to you.